Hi everybody and welcome to the channel. Angelina Jordan has had such a passion for music from a really young age, and this has been evident through her success on Norway's Got Talent, and this drew record TV audiences for her. She's also made appearances on high-profile shows such as Little Big Shots and also The View. She was also chosen in 2016 by Avicii for the vocal performance of Nina Simone's Feeling Good for his Volvo commercial campaign. Angelina has also published her book Between Two Hearts, and she's Norway's youngest published author, I believe. Also, she's got her YouTube channel with regular uploads, and now, of course, her signing to Republic Records, and I would imagine we can expect some new music via the label Republic Records from Angelina in the near future. This song, Nothing Breaks Like a Heart, is a song by Mark Ronson and Miley Cyrus, and also by Clement Picard, Connor Zemansky, Ilse Juba, Maxime Picard, and Thomas Brennick. And obviously it features Miley Cyrus on vocals. And it was from Mark Ronson's 5th studio album, and this was titled Late Night Feelings. And this album was released in 2019. The song actually peaked at number 2 on the UK singles chart for them, and number 43 on the US Billboard Hot 100. Miley Cyrus had actually had a 4-month hiatus at the time from all social media, and this broke her hiatus, the release of this song. And the release was via digital download, and the song was actually released the year before, in 2018. And then it appeared on Mark Ronson's album, his album in 2019. It was also performed by Miley and co on the Graham Norton show on the 7th of December 2018. This is Angelina's performance, probably from early 2019. I think it probably is. Someone might actually know the correct date of recording. Please let us know in the comments if you do. And it was uploaded to Angelina's channel in March 2019. So anyway, let's hear Angelina singing Nothing Breaks Like a Heart.
This work can hurt you, it cuts you deep and leave the scar. Things fall apart, but nothing breaks like a heart. Nothing breaks like a heart. I heard you on the phone last night and live and die by pretty lies, you know it. We both know it. There's silver bullets, cigarettes, there's burnt house, there's nothing left, it's smoking, it's smoking. We got a night to fall in love, but just like that we fall apart, we're broken, we're broken. Well, nothing gonna save us now. With this broken silence, by thunder crashing in the dark, and this broken record spinning less circles in the bar. This broken hurts you, it cuts you deep and leaves the scar. Things fall apart, but nothing breaks like a heart. Nothing breaks like a heart. We leave each other cold as ice and high and dry. The desert wind is blowing, is blowing. Remember what you said to me, we're drunk in love in Tennessee, and I hold it, we both know it. Well, nothing gonna save us now. Nothing gonna save us now. With this broken silence by thunder crashing in the dark, and this broken record spinning endless circles in the bar. This working hurts you, it cuts you deep and leaves a scar. Things fall apart, but nothing breaks like a heart. 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 Nothing gonna save us now. Nothing gonna save us now. But this broken silence by thunder crashing in the dark, and this broken record spinning endless circles in the bar. This working hurts you, it cuts you deep and leaves the scar. Things fall apart, but nothing breaks like a heart. Nothing breaks like a heart. Nothing breaks like a heart. Nothing breaks like a heart.
Wow, that song has such a cool country-like feel to it. And what an amazing performance again from Angelina. Apart from her extraordinary talent, she just makes the song sound so easy. And that's a hard song. There's some tricky intervals in that song that she just gets so effortlessly and so accurately as well. And with such musicality, the important part of delivering a song. A song has to sound musical and pleasing to people. Of course, her voice timbrally is so great. And then you have the vocal techniques, which she's got down so brilliantly. But then beyond that, the unwritten part, the X factor, she's got that. She delivers the song, and again, she's made the song her own. Of course, there's the Miley Cyrus version, Mark Ronson version, that she would have heard and looked at and taken sort of elements from. But at the end of the day, it's in Angelina's own style and with her interpretation, and she's made it her own with the musicality behind it, and it's an audible treat and a visual treat watching her sing it. It's great when you actually see vocalists singing their songs as well. I mean, video clips can be great, even if they're not really there performing in the video clip or actually singing it. But when you see someone sing the song, it adds another dimension. Excellent. So, where do we start? From the beginning, I suppose, is the only place we can start. There's so much I want to talk about. So we have this great introduction that just eases the song in, and Angelina's vocals in the beginning immediately start with the intensity of the song. It's not a song that requires an easing in of the starting few vocal parts. It just needs bang, you're in with intensity, and Angelina does this so brilliantly, and we'll hear that. In the beginning section, you'll be able to hear she's using a few slides which really make it interesting, and a touch of vocal fry as well. Let's hear it.
This work can hurt you, it cuts you deep and leaves a scar. Things fall apart, but nothing breaks like a heart. Nothing breaks like a heart.
Yes, just that opening section is so polished, and you can hear the slides Angelina's using, which just work for this song really, really well. Bit of fry as well. In fact, let's go back. In fact, I'll go back right to the beginning.
This work can hurt you, it cuts you deep and leave the scar. Things fall apart, but nothing breaks like a heart. Nothing breaks like a heart. I owe you all if only last night to live and die by pretty lies, you know it. We both know it. There's silver bullets, cigarettes, there's burnt house, there's nothing left, it's smoking, it's smoking.
Yes, there's a couple of really low notes in this opening part that she hits so accurately as well, but with the right amount of power behind her voice. You know, it's quite a strong section, so sometimes with vocals, it can be quite difficult getting those lower notes. But when Angelina gets them, she's right on pitch and with the power behind her voice as well. Sounds so great. In fact, that opening section to me is just like honey flowing. I suppose that has a bit to do with the fact she's using quite a lot of slides up and down. And coming up, I'll just go back a little bit, but coming up, she does a slide up on the final word heart. You'll hear the slide up towards getting the word heart in a moment.
We both know it. There's silver bullets, cigarettes, there's burnt house, there's nothing left, it's smoking, it's smoking. We got a night to fall in love, but just like that we fall apart. We're broken, we're broken. Well, nothing gonna save us now. With this broken silence, by thunder crashing in the dark, and this broken record spinning less circles in the bar. This broken hurts you, it cuts you deep and leaves the scar. Things fall apart, but nothing breaks like a heart. Nothing breaks like a heart.
There was hard. I jumped the gun a little bit. It wasn't sort of in the section I was going to talk about, but I thought I'd better play it through till we get to that, and you can hear how she slides up to it, and it's a really nice slide. She does that so well. So I was going to say in this section as well, which I guess is verse 2, going back a bit.
Now, with this broken...
That's the start of the chorus. So the verse 2 is back a bit. And you can hear the intervals. There's some quite tricky jumps. Da, 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 da. It's like those few notes span an octave. And it's like running up an arpeggio or up a chord. And Angelina gets them bang on pitch, as I said before, brilliantly.
Oh, no way. There's silver bullets, cigarettes, there's burnt house, there's nothing left, it's smoking, it's smoking.
Yes, I had noted that too, the word smoking, smoking, they're smoking, smoking. Just that little run down each time is tricky to get too, and it sounds so great the way Angelina does it. So let's keep going. Now we're into these higher notes, which we just heard a moment ago in this section.
We got a night to fall in love, but just like that we fall apart. We're broken, we're broken. Well,
and there, broken, broken. That's sort of got the same little rundown as smoking, so it matches. So those runs just work so well. I know they're part of the song, but also Angelina has performed those with such accuracy and with such beauty.
Fall in love, but just like that we fall apart. We're broken, we're broken. Well, nothing gonna save us now. With this broken silence, by thunder crashing in the dark.
I wanted to say here that she's got such excellent phrasing. You can hear, and I've forgotten what that last phrase was, but there's something in that I was going to say. Let's hear it again.
Broken silence, by thunder crashing in the dark.
Yes, in the dark. Just that in the dark. So she's holding it back a tiny, tiny bit. only a little bit, and that's part of phrasing. And it works so well. It gives that slight delay, which gives that slight element of suspense in the song.
Silence by thunder crashing in the dark, and this broken record spinning less circles in the bar. This broken hurts you, it cuts you deep and leaves the scar. Things fall apart, but nothing breaks like a heart. Nothing breaks like a heart.
There's that rise up for the second heart. The first one goes down, second one goes up again. Brilliant. And Angelina used a touch of vocal fry, or that little bit of raspiness, just a bit, just like a sprinkling of it that just decorates the song. It's like a sparkle that's added to the song. Works really well, in my opinion. So now we're into the next verse.
We leave each other cold as ice and high and dry. The desert wind is blowing, is blowing. Remember what you said to me, we're drunk in love in Tennessee, and I hold it, we both know it. Well, nothing else is now.
Yes, brilliant, wasn't it? Angelina is so captivating. She doesn't lose your attention for a single moment, not even a second. And as I said before, she's made the song her own and added her own version of interpretation to the song throughout. And it sounds like Angelina's song. If you didn't know the original, you could be mistaken quite easily for thinking that this is her song, written by her, for her, or in whatever way, written for her to sing or written by her to sing, because it just sounds like she's got such great command over the song and the delivery and the meaning behind the song. The musicality, as I've said before. So, let's keep going.
Nothing gonna save us now. With this broken silence by thunder crashing in the dark, and this broken record spinning less circles in the bar. This broken hurts you, it cuts you deep and leaves a scar. Things fall apart, but nothing breaks like a heart. Nothing breaks like a heart. Nothing breaks like a heart. Nothing breaks like a heart.
And now we've got the short instrumental. Angelina has wisdom beyond her years. You know, this is quite a complex themed song, but Angelina has that wisdom beyond her years, and she's able to deliver this song so beautifully and so convincingly. Brilliant. Let's keep going. So we're coming up through this instrumental, short instrumental, and then there's a bit of an interlude with Nothing Will Save. I call that an interlude. Coming up, we'll see.
Nothing gonna save us now. Nothing gonna save us now.
Yes, and on Now each time, she added that tiny bit of vibrato, which was brilliant. Let's hear that again.
Nothing gonna save us now. Nothing gonna save us now. But this broken silence by thunder crashing in the dark, and this broken record spinning less circles in the bar. This broken hurts you, it cuts you deep and leaves the scar. Things fall apart, but nothing breaks like a heart. Nothing breaks like a heart.
I'll go back and play a bit of that again. So you can hear again the raspiness that she's employed in this section, which she's chosen where to use it. It's not overdone. It's only used sparingly. And that's when I talk about the song being musically performed. She's got the musicality to understand that you don't overuse something, and she's got the musicality to understand where to use it and have it sound effective. Of course, there are many places that certain vocal techniques can work, or musical techniques and strategies work, but the musicality side is sort of knowing more where not to use it and where it's going to have the biggest impact in terms of just having a pleasant sound or having a beautiful sound. And Angelina's done this so well.
And this broken record spinning less circles in the bar.
I just wanted to add there, it's quite rhythmic there too, and she's got just the right intensity. This is sort of the climax of the song. It's not a song that really goes to this massive grand finale, but the intense, and that in some ways that makes this song harder, because you've got to keep that intensity up all the way through, which Angelina has, and this is, it's just raised a little bit dynamic level-wise, I suppose, a bit, but it's definitely sort of the climax of the song, and it's got that intensity, and this rhythmic element she employs here, or adds in and gives the slight stress, works so brilliantly. Let's hear that again.
Thunder crashing in the dark, and this broken record spinning less circles in the bar. This working hurts you, it cuts you deep and leave the scar. Things fall apart, but nothing breaks like a heart. Nothing breaks like a heart. Nothing breaks like a heart. Nothing breaks like a heart.
I'll just play that little ending again. Here, Angelina's slight delay on the last note, a bit of back phrasing there that worked absolutely right there as well.
Nothing breaks like a heart. Nothing breaks like a heart.
Yes. You know, Angelina is the whole package. She's such a nice person and has a really kind heart singing this song, Nothing Breaks Like a Heart. And, you know, she has such great technique as well, and has the ability to deliver a song, sometimes with themes beyond what you would assume at her age. Age is no barrier to Angelina. She's got it. Brilliant. I really, really enjoyed that once again, and I hope you enjoyed my reaction. But anyway, that's it for now. I hope to see you again very soon, but otherwise have a great day or have a great night, depending on which part of the world you're in. Bye for now.